Abha, is it live? It's live. It's live now. You can start, Abha.
All right. Hello, everyone. I, Aabha Singer, and my co host Harjas welcomes you all for today's event. I would like to call Harjas to give brief introduction about today's event.
So, hello everyone. I hope everyone is fine at their ends. So, basically, today's event is about NCC and NSS, the role of NCC and NSS in promoting girls' education and leadership. The NCC and NSS are the two most renowned youth organizations in our country, aiming to build national unity and dependability among our youth. The NCC, the National Cadet Corps, is a military-style training program for young women, whereas cadets who have completed NCC trainings have developed strong value systems, self-discipline, and leadership qualities. Stereotype patriarchy, a lack of support system, a lack of academic qualification, and a lack of role models are a big role models for women seeking leaderships, whereas the NSS, the National Security Service, is here to help all of them. The National Service Scheme has made a respectable and admirable contribution to the nation building. For this reason, we believe that including some people concerned with NCC and NSS would be the right choice. We want people to get inspired by our speakers and would be here to speak right for them. We want, well, as a speaker, to feel encouraged and be a part of this conference, act as an impactist for the initiative. Our motive is that when the conference ends, the speaker feels encouraged and their minds get filled with creative ideas and energy to keep their good work and even more with their passion. At the same time, the audience member would feel inspired and learn something from people who refuse to give up in their life. We hope people would understand how important girls' education for this society is through the role of NCC and NSS. I would like to welcome each and every person who is here. Over to you, Abha.
I would like to call Richa from Team Vedna for the welcome address.
Young volunteers like you are a ray of hope for those whose lives are plunged in the darkness of despair. A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, I, Richa Dutt from Team Vedna, on behalf of Sarkari School, welcome you all to this event called National Conference Inspiring to Educate, organized by Project Gudiya. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to all the worthy speakers and delegates who, apart from their hectic schedule, joined us today to be a part of this conference. I welcome Muskan Parmar, Junior Under Officer NCC LSR, Rakshita Singh, NSS President, Madhulika Sharma, Philosophical Counselor, Manasvini Bhatiya, NCC Cadet, and Yashika Garg, NSS Vice President. We are honored and excited to hear you all as our guest and feel inspired. Over to you, Abha.
Thank you, Richa, for your kind words. खोल दे पंख मेरे कहता है परिंदा अभी और उड़ान बाकी है खोल दे पंख मेरे कहता है परिंदा अभी और उड़ान बाकी है जमीन नहीं है मंजिल मेरी अभी तो पूरा आसमान बाकी है सरकारी स्कूल हर उस लड़की को पंख देने की कोशिश करता है जो उड़ना चाहती है So with this, let's start with our today's discussion, and the topic is role of NCC and NSS in promoting girls' education. We know that NCC and NSS both work on dynamic problems of the society and helps the student for enhancing their personality. First of all, I would like to call Muskan Parmar ma'am. She is from Lady Shriram College of Delhi University. She is at the rank of Junior Under Officer at NCC LSR. She is a supervisor of decor team as well in NCC. She has attended a trekking camp in Sikkim and participated in Swachhata Pakhwada 2020 at Rajput. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Abha. Am I audible? Are you guys able to listen me?
Yes, ma'am. You are.
Yes, you're audible.
All
Yes.
right, all right. Thank you so much for confirming. So, Jai Hind, and very good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself, Muskan Parmar from British Ram College.
NCC. So, firstly, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. And this is such an honor for me to tell you guys about the true meaning of NCC in my words. So, let's just begin with the basics. So, NCC stands for National Cadet Corps. It is largest voluntary youth organization. It provides opportunities to young youth for the development of for their all-round development with a sense of duty, commitment, comradeship, dedication, discipline, and moral values, so that they become good leaders and good citizens. It also provides exposure to the cadets and a wide range of activities, discipline, and adventure training. NCC is open to all regular students of colleges and schools on voluntary basis. So, my journey started when I just entered in my college, and everything was truly new for me. And I always, when I entered my college, I always feels like I am in the city of fairies. क्योंकि जब हम गर्ल्स कॉलेज में होते हैं तो हम सबको ऐसा फील होता है. So हाँ, except this. So one day I was in my class. It's my experience. So one day I was in my class. My friends were talking about NCC's orientation. So I heard from them only. So I thought कि what NCC is, क्योंकि उससे पहले मुझे नहीं पता था NCC का मतलब भी क्या होता है. So I thought होगी कोई सोसाइटी, एक बार ओरिएंटेशन जाकर अटेंड कर लेते हैं, then we'll see. And very next day I've been there. So that was the turning point for me. I have seen my seniors in the uniform, and that gave me the goosebumps truly. So I just listened thousands of stories, the pride stories they told us. So those stories, those adventurous camps, the uniform that attracts me like a magnet attracts iron. I made my mind then only that anyhow, I have to make it to NCC LSR. And I made it. I cleared physicals and got the golden opportunity. Physicals was a bit tough though, but I cleared somehow. So then most of the people thinks this is the difficult part, means the entering was the difficult part, but no, it's not. The difficult part is always to survive. So because एनसीसी में आपका बिल्कुल अलग हो जाता है, आप कैसे एक नॉर्मल सिविलियन की तरह एंटर करते हैं और कैसे आप प्रॉपर मिलिटेंट तो नहीं बट मिलिटेंट की तरह ही आप उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से निकलते हैं. सो यही मंत्रा था, either you maintain it or leave the NCC, because there is no place for comfortable people in NCC. Same as our life. So if you are bold enough to hold, then hold tightly. And then I got to learn normal norms and manners and important things. Means you have to use ma'am and sir when you address someone, even if they are your batchmates, you know. So you have to wish Jane every single time you started a conversation. Means अगर हम normally बात करते हैं तो हम generally wish करते हैं good morning, hello, hi से. But in NCC we always use जय हिंद. और मैं आपको सच बताऊं, जब हम जय हिंद बोलते हैं ना तो it feels prouder enough. मतलब जय हिंद अगर आप एक बार बोल के देखेंगे तो it it gave you goosebumps. So this is my story, and then I got to learn so many things from NCC. You have to be punctual in every morning classes. अगर आप punctual नहीं होते हैं तो आपको रगड़ा मिलता है. रगड़ा is the term we uses in NCC for punishment. ठीक है? And then drill. Drill is basically marching, which builds coordination, effective communication, and enhanced commands. We practiced drill for almost 1 month. इन दैट टाइम, मतलब जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था तो हमने लगभग 1 महीने के लिए ड्रिल पूरा सीखा था अच्छे से, क्योंकि हमारे साथ साथ और भी काफ़ी लोग थे जो बिल्कुल न्यू थे एनसीसी के लिए. सो तो उस ड्रिल से मैंने सीखा फ्रॉम मेंटेनिंग थिंग्स टू बी ऑन टाइम, टू प्रैक्टिस हार्ड, टू मैच विद अदर्स एंड टू बी शाइन. देन द मोस्ट अवेटेड डे कम, जब हम लोगों ने ओथ लिया और that was the day जब मुझे पता चला कि that we are no more civilian now. We are now a cadet, a NCC cadet. That day I wore my uniform for the very first time, and you don't believe, I wore my uniform एकदम डे के लास्ट तक, एंड आई शोड इट टू एवरी अदर पर्सन जिससे मैं कनेक्टेड थी. इवन आई हैड वीडियो कॉल्स एंड एवरीथिंग. मैंने सबको दिखाया because it was the thing, it was a pride thing for me. So the conclusion I would like to conclude is that it is not just a uniform, it's more than that. It's a life which led us to good human being. We may or we may not want to go for army, but that experience you must gain in NCC once in life and be a inspiration for the next generation or your juniors, which ultimately comes them good human beings. I hope for a better tomorrow, and best of luck to all people for your best tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Muskan. It was really inspiring. Now, I would like to invite Rakshita Singh, NSS President. So, Rakshita is a passionate NSS volunteer and a student of BA program from Miranda. She is in NSS for 2 years and currently serving as NSS President. Welcome, Rakshita.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction, Harjass. So, firstly, I would like to thank Sarkari School for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I believe you people are doing a great job. And I feel really inspired and motivated by you people. So, talking about NSS, I think everybody knows enough already about what NSS is that exactly. So, मैं उस पर brief नहीं करना चाहूँगी ज़्यादा. So, coming to the challenges a volunteer or a office bearer faces at NSS. So, एक छोटी सी I would like to tell an incident. Then we'll come to what the challenges exactly are. So, I came to NSS just after coming to college, and I would like to tell it is the only society I have joined in college and I'm pursuing. अब कॉलेज का 1 साल बचा, आई एम स्टिल इन एनएसएस एंड ये एक लिमिटेशन है एनएसएस की कि हम 2 ही साल कर सकते हैं. आई बिलीव तीसरे साल भी होता तो मैं थर्ड ईयर में भी कर लेती एंड आई वुड हैव पास्ड आउट ऑफ कॉलेज डूइंग एनएसएस ओनली. So what happened, it was the pandemic time 2020, and what happened, we were given an activity that we have to write a slogan on how to prevent covid, or we have to create awareness for covid. So the instructions were that we have to write a handwritten slogan. So what I did, I used my brilliant mind and I typed the slogan, I sent the picture. So now the president scolded me really bad कि no, this is wrong. So I was like कि मैंने वो slogan type इसलिए करके भेजा है to give a better clarity. Like if I'm holding the picture, the better clarity of it will be if when I send it typed. Handwritten में every handwriting is different. कोई छोटी होती है, कोई बड़ी होती है. So I was not able to understand the motive कि handwritten का motive क्या है. So that is the first ever challenge I believe कि volunteers में inhibit करना the values कि एक activity जो हम दे रहे हैं उसका basic motive क्या है, उसका aim क्या है. So वो उनको सिखाना throughout the journey is a very difficult thing जो मैंने खुद face करी जब जैसे मैंने NSS enter करा कि इन्होंने मुझे ये दिया है तो क्यों दिया है. Then I was like very sad that she has scolded me. My entry has been rejected. Oh, what do I do now? I have to leave NSS. So that was my decision. So I believe I would really be thankful to the president of my time. She explained me कि जितना हम चीजों को लिखते हैं हम उतना अच्छे से उनको सीखते हैं, उतना अच्छा वो इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करते हैं. एंड दैट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ एनएसएस जो वो हमें सिखा रहा है. सो आई थॉट अबाउट इट. एक बार में मुझे नहीं समझ में आया, बीइंग द नॉटी चाइल्ड इन द स्कूल, जस्ट came out of the school and came to the college. Then it took me a little time. Then I believe पूरे 1 साल में I understood that कि सिखाने की कोशिश क्या कर रहे हैं. ये जो नेशनल सर्विस स्कीम जिसको बोला जा रहा है, ये स्कीम है क्या एक्चुअली. सो आई बिलीव दैट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग और द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट चैलेंज कि हम कोई एक्टिविटी दे रहे हैं तो वॉलंटियर उसको किस तरह से परस्यू कर रहा है. And being a psychology student and I have a keen interest in psychology, so I'm very I'm into it कि बच्चा कैसे परसीव कर रहा है उस चीज को. एंड अगर मैंने कुछ दिया है तो दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड द मोटिव. एंड देयर इज अ थिन लाइन बिटवीन डूइंग समथिंग इट एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट. आप करने को आपको कोई काम दिया जाता है, आप कर देते हैं, बट आप उसको समझ के करते हैं, दैट इज द पॉइंट, दैट इज important. So that is a challenge as well as a big opportunity to create awareness and use the platform of NSS to do social service. And the aim and objectives of NSS are to build leadership, to make the better citizens for tomorrow, right? So that is the first ever challenge I would like to emphasize on, that to all the presidents, vice presidents of NSS, it is important that your volunteers should actually learn that why NSS, how NSS, and how NSS. That is, I believe. The second more important thing is कि the gratification of ours. So मम्मी चॉकलेट देती है तो सब बच्चे होमवर्क कर लेते हैं, और चॉकलेट नहीं देती तो थोड़ा हम हिचकिचाते हैं करने में कि नहीं क्या ही करना है, होमवर्क करके क्या ही मिल जाएगा. सो आई बिलीव जो पूरा ये जो हमारा सिस्टम है, आई एम नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग और डाउटिंग इट, दैट इज द होल प्रोसीजर, दैट इज हाउ थिंग्स आर मेड अप. सो जो 120 आवर्स कंप्लीट करने की जो लिमिटेशन है टू गेट द सर्टिफिकेट, वो एक ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव में देखा जाता है. लाइक ऑल द मतलब स्टार्टिंग में इवन आई हैड दैट थिंग कि नहीं 120 आवर्स तो करने ही करने, सोशल सर्विस भी करनी है लेकिन सर्टिफिकेट तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. दैट इज द बेसिक थिंकिंग, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज नेचुरल ह्यूमन टेंडेंसी, दैट इज वेरी ought to happen. बट वो 120 आवर्स पूरे करने के इच्छा में उस पूरी प्रोसेस में हम थोड़ा सा अलाइन हो जाते हैं, थोड़ा सा हम हट जाते हैं कि हम एक्चुअली कर क्या रहे हैं. लाइक आई हैव सीन वॉलंटियर्स, जब से कॉलेज ऑफलाइन हुआ है, जब से चीजें ऑफलाइन हुआ है, आई हैव कंडक्टेड मेनी अवेयरनेस ड्राइव्स, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ड्राइव्स, कि आगे अगर 10 बच्चे हैं तो 11वां बच्चा मुझे दिख ही जाता है जो फोन यूज कर रहा है, जो बस उसमें आ गया है प्रोसेस में, बट ही और शी इज नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग इट कि हम क्यों कर रहे हैं. एंड उनको लगता है कि बस वो आ जाएंगे, उनको आज मिल जाएंगे, दैट इज द थिंग. बट नहीं, आई बिलीव कि अगर मेरे पास 250 वॉलंटियर्स हैं तो 250 शुड बी वर्किंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. They should think about the activity in a direction that is which is being provided by NSS. So hours तो सब पूरे हो जाते हैं, that is we all know that is not a very big problem, but understanding कि हम वो चीज क्यों कर रहे हैं, that is very important. Every activity has a different motive, it has a different circumstance, और हर activity एक cause से generate होती है. उस cause को हम जितना better समझ पाएंगे, उसका जो रिजल्ट है और उसकी जो प्रोसेस है हम उसको उतना अच्छे से फॉलो कर पाएंगे. सो केवल आर्ट्स की ग्रेटिफिकेशन के लिए, उसके लिए आई डोंट बिलीव कि वी शुड बी डूइंग द एक्टिविटीज. लाइक जब आई वाज अ वॉलंटियर, आई डिडंट इवन बॉदर, और आई डिडंट इवन वाज इंटरेस्टेड इन कैलकुलेटिंग द आवर्स कि कितने हो गए कितने नहीं हो गए. आई ऑलरेडी हैड माय एनएसएस ग्रुप ओपनड इन माय फोन कि कब आएगी दूसरी एक्टिविटी, नॉट फॉर द आवर्स बट फॉर द एक्साइटमेंट एंड थ्रिल आई हैड कि नो आई हैड टू डू द एक्टिविटी, right? So not taking it anymore, the third and the final thing I would like to highlight, the pandemic thing. The 2 years the whole world was locked in their houses, the whole India was locked down. So how NSS was actually functioning, that time I was merely a volunteer. So when we entered the college, the first question was अरे कैसे ऑनलाइन क्लासेस होंगी. ठीक है, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस हो गई गूगल मीट पे, ठीक है, स्मूथ जा रहा है, बट सोसाइटीज कैसे ऑनलाइन फंक्शन करेंगे. हमने तो सुना था कि एनएसएस में सफाई करवाते हैं, ले जाके ये कराते हैं वो कराते हैं, ऑनलाइन कैसे सफाई करेंगे. सो आई थिंक ये जो सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज है कि एक ऑफलाइन प्रोसेस, एक थरली और फुली ऑफलाइन प्रोसेस को आप ऑनलाइन कैसे लाते हैं, दैट टेक्स एफर्ट्स, दैट टेक्स कमिटमेंट्स, एंड दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड आई बिलीव कि अब हम जो उस ऑनलाइन मोड से ऑफलाइन में आए हैं, उस ऑनलाइन की बहुत अच्छी चीजें हैं जो हम साथ लेकर आए हैं. कि हमने ये नहीं सोचा कि सब चीजें ऑफलाइन है तो हम ऑनलाइन कुछ नहीं कर सकते. वी वर वर्किंग फॉर कोविड हेल्पलाइंस, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, कलेक्टिंग द नंबर्स, कलेक्टिंग द ऑल वी कुड डू. होता है ना कि हमें कुछ नहीं करना होता तो एक एक्सक्यूज बहुत होता है, लेकिन अगर कुछ करना होता है तो उसके लिए रीजंस बहुत सारे होते हैं. सो दैट इज वी शुड कीप इन माइंड कि एक आप हैंड रिटन पोस्टर भी बना दोगे, दैट एड्स वैल्यू टू इट. सुसाइड्स वर हैपनिंग, उसके लिए आप क्या कर रहे हो. अगर आप 10 लोगों में से मे बी एक को भी फर्क पड़ जाता है तो वो आगे उसको सर्कुलेट करता है. तो जितना आप उस प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज कर पाते हैं इन अ बेटर वे, वेदर इट इज ऑनलाइन, वेदर इट इज ऑफलाइन, वी नेवर नो हाउ अनप्रिडिक्टेबल सिचुएशंस आर. So I believe understanding the cause and properly functioning on it and working on it, that is very important. And this is a challenge which will make you a resistible personality, जो आपको अगले we are the future leaders, right. मैं आप सब जो भी यहाँ बैठा है, each girl, we are talking about the girl child development. Every girl is a future leader and a future educator. So we need to learn how to fight challenges. अगर challenges fight करना सीख गए तो life में फिर सब कर लिया है. So that is how I believe कि challenges हैं लेकिन हम कर लेंगे. We got it all. We have all in it, right? So yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite the next speaker, Manasvi Bhatiya. Manasvi is Manasvi here? I don't think so. Oh, she is not here. Okay. Is Yashika here? Yeah, Yashika.
Okay. Should I start?
Aabha, please call Yashika.
To call our third speaker, Yashika Garg. She's a final year student pursuing BSc Honours Mathematics from SGTB Khalsa College, University of Delhi. She is an active and a dedicated volunteer in NSS, currently serving as the Vice President in the NSS unit of college. Ma'am, you can start.
So, very good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Aabha. Before I start, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the team sarkarischool.in for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I'm glad I'm a part of this conference on girl education. So, I'd like to begin. So sorry for the disturbance. So I like to begin with a very famous quote by Birmingham Young. Everybody would have listened that quote once in their life till now. So when you educate a man, you educate a man. But when you educate a woman, you educate a generation. So these words keep me so motivated and inspire me a lot, and I feel the entire women folk out there is being inspired by these words. So, with this quote in mind, I, Yashika, the Vice President of NSS SGTB Khalsa College, stand before you all to deliver a speech on the topic role that NSS plays in girl education. And I promise my audience not to bore them with my speech, and I'll keep it as short and as precise as possible. Before I start with my own speech, I would just like to thank Rakshita for taking forward all those points and all those doubts that I had in mind, and I want everybody to know about. And at every point when Rakshita was discussing the challenges and the other things about NSS, I was like, I can also relate to that. So the point is that Rakshita has given a very good start to the session with the role discussing about the role of NSS and the challenges that we actually face being in NSS. So now taking my talk further, I would like to discuss the role that NSS plays in girl education. So educating girl is very important. As you all know, they constitute the half of the population. And for any society to become prosperous, it's the half of the population that has to be empowered. But the patriarchal structures refrain girls from pursuing their dreams, and even the basic necessities are denied to them. By a very famous French philosopher, Foucault, he said, knowledge is power. And that indeed is true. Indeed, knowledge entrusts power to those who attain it. NSS, as we know, has been a constant source of social service that caters to various sections of society. Uh, so, taking forward, female empowerment has been the very major program under the service of NSS, be it education, be it health, be it gender sensitization, etc. And NSS motto that we all know is not me but you is consistent with its commitment towards female education. NSS has actively engaged in girls' education drives. To take the example of my own unit, NSS SGTB Khalsa unit has organized education camps in slums area of Delhi. NSS not only emphasizes on academics or bookish education among girls, but also health and personal hygiene, and as well as the art education. NSS unit of SGTB Khalsa College organized a craft workshop in November 2021 in the Timarpur Basti. Though the workshop was open for all, but to the utter surprise, the girl child turned to be in large numbers. Our unit, as well as other NSS units, organize various informative online webinars on female health and personal hygiene. But again, like quoting my own unit's example, we organized a breast cancer awareness session in the month of October, that is the Pinktober month, what we call as the month of awareness about cancer. So there was a talk session by a very famous gynecologist, Dr. Deepika Singh, and we also organized women health webinar, which was not really a webinar but a very Q&A session with Dr. Punita Bhardwaj from Sir Gangaram Hospital, and were more than, we were also very amazed with the responses that we got. More than 100 participants joined, and unfortunately we could not accommodate all, but we tried to keep them in slots and solve all the queries, the curious minds and the fearful minds of girls that came up. We tried to question regarding all the aspects, health, hygiene, and Dr. Punita addressed them with, so vigor and with such a great smile on her face. NSS has been in the forefront of raising awareness among girls by celebrating various days such as the National Girl Child Day, Menstrual Health and Awareness Day, etc. And it has proved that it not only focuses on subjective knowledge, but also on the practical day to day life skills. Whether the platform has been online or offline during the pandemic, NSS has been instrumental in organizing and successfully concluding the events. As Rakshita said, the same thing I would say every person in NSS would have thought that how will NSS perform online? But to surprise of everybody, even to ours and to yours, it was so real working online also. We did not feel any need that ऐसा कुछ है कि we are compromising on the work we used to do or anything. We did not compromise on any grounds. And obviously, when the colleges were not reopening, but the COVID restrictions were getting eased down and the situations were normal, we did have offline events with the students who are in Delhi and with the, focusing on the nearby areas with the complete precautions and all. So basically, I would like to say that the continued efforts are made for gender sensitization of the faculty and curriculum, content and concepts of masculinity, and NSS volunteers have initiated to break these barriers and make the masses aware about the different baseless myths stereotyped against girls and make them acquiring a rightful education through different act shows, nukkad nataks, and etc. So, lastly, I would like to conclude my speech with a very famous quote by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who said, I measure the progress of the community by the degree of progress women have achieved. To fulfill the wishes of Mr. B.R. Ambedkar and the society as a whole, NSS is constantly striving forward to bring progress and change whatever be the circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yashika. Now I would like to invite Manasvi Bhatiya. Manasvi is a student of BA program and a proud NCC cadet from Miranda House, University of Delhi. She was part of NCC Convent in the Republic Day parade and attended the PM rally on 28th January. Welcome, Manasvi.
Thank you, Harjass. Jai Hind, everyone. So I would first of all I would like to thank Sarkari School for giving me this opportunity, and I'm highly obliged to be a part of this beautiful session. Now I will give a brief introduction of myself. So my name is Manasvini and I'm 20 years old. Currently, I'm pursuing my BA program from Miranda House College of Delhi University. I'm a proud NCC cadet, and recently I have done India's most prestigious camp as an NCC cadet, that is Republic Day camp. And believe me, this is the best feeling I could have till now in my life. Like marching on Rajpath as a right marker, and like that was the best feeling. Like, and also one experience I would like to tell you all. When I was marching as right marker, I saw Nirmala Sitaraman giving standing ovation to us. Like that is so empowering to us as a women. That is so empowering to us. We were about 100 cadets in a contingent, in girls contingent, and that's so empowering. Like we 100 girls were marching with that rifle of 4 kgs. Like that's so empowering for all the girls. Now talking about my journey, I was enrolled in NCC in December 2020, and then due to Corona, we were not able to come to college for physical practices. But then in August 2021, we were called for on-ground practices, and then we had our practice session for hours. Like we used to run, we used to do physical activities, we used to like do all the things which are stereotypical, like women cannot do. Like we can be physically fit, we can run for like 50 rounds, we can run. I will tell you one incident in our college. Like our seniors said us to do, she gave us target to do 50 rounds. Our college ground is very big, so हम लोगों ने बोला ठीक है मैम हम करेंगे. And believe me, we all did those 50 rounds. And like slowly and steadily, the NCC impart in us that physical activity, and also that qualities, that leadership qualities, that personality development is really good. Talking about certificates, like there are 3 certificates in NCC, that is A, B, and C. A certificates are in school level, and B and C are in college level. Like when you are in second year of your NCC, you do your B certificate, and when you are in your third year of NCC, you do your C certificate. So C certificate is really helpful in your, like if you are an army, like you want to do CDS, you are CDS aspirant. That is really helpful. If you are a C certificate holder, you are A or B, Alpha or Bravo grade, then you can directly give SSP. That is the interview part of CDS. And not only it helps in CDS or army background, but it also helps in your personality development. All the qualities, leadership qualities you inculcate in yourself, and patience, and yes, as the motto says, unity and discipline. Unity, आपको टीम के साथ कैसे चलना है और उसको लीड कैसे करना है, ये आप बहुत अच्छे से एनसीसी में सीखते हैं. एंड डिसिप्लिन, अनुशासन, ये तो बहुत ही जरूरी है लाइफ में. और टॉकिंग अबाउट अप्स एंड डाउन्स, यस, आप सीखते हैं एनसीसी में कि आपको सिचुएशन कैसे हैंडल करनी है आपकी लाइफ में. लाइक टॉकिंग अबाउट माई जर्नी, व्हेन अगस्त में आई और प्रैक्टिस हमारा ऑन ग्राउंड सेशन होता था, एंड देन उसके बाद आई गेव सिलेक्शंस फॉर आरडीसी. दैट वाज इन सितंबर फर्स्ट वीक. सो जब मैंने सिलेक्शन दिए अपने, धीरे धीरे करके देयर वर 7 सिलेक्शन प्रोसीजर्स व्हिच आई क्लियर्ड. एंड उसमें वी यूज्ड टू होल्ड राइफल्स ऑफ 4 kg. एंड इसमें मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि लड़कियों को कम वेट उठाना पड़ेगा और लड़कों को ज्यादा, नहीं. वी यूज्ड टू हैंडल दैट दोस राइफल्स ऑफ इक्वल वेट, एंड 4 kgs की राइफल्स होती थी. एंड every day we used to practice for hours. वो तपती धूप होती थी and we used to practice. तो इससे हमें मतलब वो जो हम strong बने, हमारा mental, physically तो strong बने ही बने और हम mentally भी strong बने. फिर उसके बाद 7 selection procedure होने के बाद when I did the main camp from 1st January to 30 January, उसमें हम लोग different जो personalities होते हैं, like officers, I met DG NCC, Director General of NCC. तो हम डिफरेंट पर्सनैलिटी से जब मिलते हैं तो हमारे अंदर वो सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस आता है, और वो आता है कि हाँ हमें मतलब कैसे कॉन्फिडेंटली भी हाउ वी हैव टू एड्रेस एनी पर्सन. तो ये तो था ही था. और हाँ, एनसीसी में नॉट ओनली आरडीसी, आई विल टॉक अबाउट ऑल द कैंप्स, ऑल द वेरियस कैंप. एडवेंचर कैंप्स होते हैं, ट्रैकिंग कैंप्स होते हैं, माउंटेनियरिंग होती है, and PM rally hoti hai. These all camps help you to inculcate various qualities, various officers like qualities in you. Talking about NCC's role in women empowerment. NCC is playing a very vital and very huge role in women empowerment. जब हम बात करते हैं कमांड, आप एक ड्रिल टीम होती है, आप उसको कमांड करते हैं, तो उससे आप लड़कियों में वो एम्पावरमेंट आती है कि हाँ, दे कैन स्पीक, they can command anyone, they can command any team, they can do drill. और इसमें not only physical fitness but also I will talk about theoretical knowledge. हमारे NCC में there is syllabus in which weapon training भी होती है, in which we used to have social awareness, and also there are many campaigns of social awareness like cancer awareness and many more. तो ये तो होता ही है. और बाकी NCC is like, it is making a huge impact. Now I would like to talk about statistics. There are about 14 lakh cadets in India, and among them there are 5 lakhs women cadets. So the ratio, the percentage is 32%, but I want more women, more girls cadet to join NCC so that they can inhibit in themselves those qualities which are not only helpful in army background, those are helpful in your life. Like, it is a life lesson, NCC. And also I would conclude by saying a few words. Those are once a cadet is always a cadet. Like, once you join NCC, once you inhibit those qualities of leadership qualities, of unity, discipline, patience, skill development, everything, then that is for life. You have those qualities for life. So this is a very beautiful saying, once a cadet is always a cadet. So yes, I would conclude with these words. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manasvini. It was really good to hear you. Now I would like to call Madhulika Sharma. Madhulika Sharma is a certified client counselor associated from American Philosophical Practitioner, USA, currently working as a philosophical counselor in India, where she conducts individual session student counselings. We welcome you, ma'am.
So sorry. Thank you so much for having me here today at this amazing panel. I hope I'm audible. Is my voice clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you for that introduction, Harjass. So, my name is Madhulika. I'm currently practicing as a counselor. My journey with NSS started in the year 2015. So, me and my convener, we together started this society again. So, for a very long time, the society was not functioning in my college during my graduation year, that is Lakshmi College. So, me and my convener, we started the society together. So, my journey with NSS is like bringing a child back to birth because it was somewhere just abolished in our college. So the journey to start that society again and then see it at a level where we are getting achievements, where we activities are being recognized at state level, national level. We used to see some articles about our work in newspapers. So precisely in 2015, we got an opportunity to do a camp at Bhagini Nivedita College. So we and 3, 4 more colleges, NSS volunteers, went to this college and set a camp to educate the girls, especially women, from these 2 areas. I don't remember the village name. So this college is near Dwarka, so we were addressing some nearby villages. So I'll give you an example. Like, we would go door to door to educate them about domestic violence, about menstrual health, and still in that society there was class division still existing in that village. So we were also addressing those issues. For me, it was like I never saw society like that before. We always hear about issues on in newspaper, TV. Everyone is maybe crying or shouting about something, but rarely people are working for solutions. Rarely people are working with the motive to cure something, to heal something. So that is how I see NSS. We never talk about problems, we discuss for solutions. And that is how I have always seen NSS as. Eventually, that camp gave us an opportunity and confidence to work on it and build more societies and activities precisely. So teaching children from nearby slum areas, we actually have now a proper set school, a sort of a school in a Wazirpur village near Ashok Vihar, where our NSS volunteers go and teach these students. Now think about it, like, do school teachers or anyone in common ever tell you or maybe give you that opportunity? Like, I mean, we all want to do something, but they are also unsure because they feel it is not safe for the girl child maybe to do that. It is not safe for women to interact with society like that. You can directly go to people and talk. No, 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 that's unsafe. Societies like this and that. But I think we are rising beyond that, and these societies, NSS and NCC, have led women to think that, oh, they are much more than what society thinks of them. It's unsafe, it's not good, everything is understandable. But I think as women, we have to rise above that. So, leading and moving on with NSS, when I graduated as NSS president, I think what I am today, what I'm doing as in my career also, it's all because of NSS. So I give that credit. So to actually break out of your fears and to learn how to talk to people, how to understand their issues, and also become their shoulder of support, because not many people get a chance to do that. So NSS is that society which works for people and with a motive, not exactly to give solutions also, but I would say to help. And that extension of help, even NCC exactly does the same. Though it is empowering, it is more physical in nature, but the mentality is still again to serve, to be there, to be out for people, to represent their college. It's like representing your country, especially when you're in colleges. So when the competition is happening, so that authority is something which is very respectable. So that is how my journey with NSS has been.
Abha, you are not audible.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, ma'am, for explaining everything very beautifully. Now let's start with the questions. My first question is to Muskan, ma'am. Ma'am, how girls can use the opportunity of being in NCC to enhance their personality?
Okay, thank you for the question, Abha. So, in NCC, NCC grooms overall personality of a cadet, which includes mental grooming, physical grooming, moral grooming, or patriotic or grooming them means physically grooming, overall grooming. So NCC में जब आप जैसा कि मनस्विनी ने कहा कि एनसीसी में जब एक लड़की जब एक गर्ल एक कंटिजेंट को राजपथ पे या फिर कहीं पे भी वो उसे लीड करती है, वो कमांड करती है, तो उसमें एक वैल्यू, उसमें एक कमांडर की एक वैल्यू डेवलप होती है, जिससे एक एक कॉन्फिडेंस आता है उसमें, जिससे उसे अपने ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस होता है, देन शी कैन डू एनीथिंग, शी कैन डू एवरीथिंग. सो एक्टिविटीज लाइक ड्रिल, ड्रिल में भी सेम चीज होती है. अगर आप कमांड करते हैं तो इट डेवलप्स अ क्वालिटी ऑफ कमांडरशिप. एंड ड्रिल ड्रिल में जैसे हम देखें तो ड्रिल जब आप करते हैं तो जो कमांडर होता है वो कमांड करता है पूरे स्क्वाड को, बट जो स्क्वाड होता है उसमें कम्युनिकेशंस, आपके कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स अच्छे होते हैं जब आप एक स्क्वाड में होते हैं. आपके अब जब आप एक स्क्वाड में होते हैं तो जो कमांडर होता है वो आपको कमांड करता है, यू हैव टू लिसन हर, आपको उसकी कमांड पे चलना होता है. और जब आप एक कमांड को लिसन कर रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स यू आर बिकमिंग अ गुड लिसनर, यू आर बिकमिंग अ गुड लिसनर. और सपोज एक कैंप, ट्रैकिंग कैंप, जैसा कि मैंने ट्रैकिंग कैंप किया, तो मैं अगर अपनी जर्नी का एग्जाम्पल लूँ तो बिफोर एनसीसी और आफ्टर एनसीसी मैं खुद को बिल्कुल अलग देखती हूँ. मैं जब पहले एनसीसी में इनरोल नहीं थी तो आई वॉज नॉट दैट मच, आई वॉजंट हैविंग दैट मच करेज टू speak publicly, but now if I'm seeing myself here, so I see a huge difference. So earlier I didn't interact with people, I hesitated in speaking, when I speak, I hesitate. I still hesitate. I still hesitated, but not उतना जितना मैं पहले होती थी. I wasn't able to raise my voice against wrong, but now I am physically and mentally both strong. I can fight for my right. I am confident. I'm confident about what I am doing, and I'm positively, I'm positively maintaining all the things. So I am doing things, or I can command, I can manage work, I can be on time. So this is the difference which NC gave me. So every other girl जो भी एनसीसी में है उसे ये सब चीजें एनसीसी से मिलती है, चाहे वो कमांडर बन के मिले या एनसीसी ज्वाइन करके या एनसीसी की सारी चीजें जब वो सीखे उन चीजों को उससे मिले. सो दिस इज हाउ अ गर्ल can inculcate the values or can enhance the personality by being in NCC, by being a cadet. Thank you, Abha.
Okay, so next question is for Rakshita. How NSS has impacted your life? Would you like to share a few words?
Yes, definitely. Thank you for the question. As Muskan said, before NCC and after NCC, so my life also has been something similar before NSS and after NSS. The quality leadership. I always wanted to be a leader. I always, moved on the path of leadership. Like, yes, I am responsible for everything. अगर कोई चीज मेरे पे, मैं किसी चीज के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं हूँ, फिर भी मुझे वो करनी है कि नहीं, ये चीज तो मुझे ही करनी है. आई हैव टू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड. Everything belongs to me and everything is my responsibility. I have to take care of everything. Other than that, I was a very impatient person before NSS. I was like, कोई चीज होनी है तो अभी होनी चाहिए, जल्दी से होके खत्म हो. बट पूरे 2 साल की जर्नी में आई लर्न कि नहीं, थिंग्स टेक टाइम, थिंग्स हैपन एक के बाद एक आराम से. कोई रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आती है, फिर हम उसके हजार तरह के उसकी चीजें देखते हैं कि ये ऐसे होगा, ये ऐसे होगा, इसके लिए हमें ये डायरेक्शन फॉलो करनी पड़ेगी, 3-4 अलग अलग रास्ते होंगे, हमें एनालाइज करना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा सही डायरेक्शन पे है. बिफोर दैट आई वाज लाइक कि ठीक है, ये है, ये ऐसे हो गया, डन है. अब उसके बाद वो अच्छा है बुरा है वो मैं बाद में देखती थी. अच्छा है तो बहुत ही अच्छा है, बुरा है तो फिर चलो ठीक है, नेक्स्ट टाइम. But yes, after NSS, पूरे इस journey में I have learned कि if I am given a certain responsibility, I have to see various factors behind it. I have to see वो मुझे कैसे impact करेगा, I have to see society को कैसे impact करेगा, I have to see college को कैसे impact करेगा, I have to see कि NSS को कैसे impact करेगा. I have to see बहुत सारी चीजें. I have responsibility of over 250 plus people on me. I have the responsibility of my college's society on me. So I am a much patient person than I was before NSS. And other than that, yes. That is the most important change, or the most important impact I feel NSS has widely created on me. Yes, thank you.
Ma'am, I have one more question for you. Like, do you feel proud to be a daughter and a girl, and why? Rakshita, ma'am.
Sorry, please. I missed it.
Okay, so I have one more question for you. Like, do you feel proud to be a daughter and a girl? Like, why? We all want to know the reason.
Oh, okay. So lovely question. I would like to say, obviously, I'm a proud girl and I'm a proud daughter. जब हम जो भी ड्राइव्स करते हैं, जब हम बाहर जाते हैं कोई भी एक्टिविटी करने, आई फील आई एम अ गर्ल एंड there are 100 girls walking behind me. I'm leading them and they will lead the nation in the future. So my parents are very proud of what I am doing. Every time I tell them कि आज हमने ये किया NSS में, आज हमने ये किया, they are very proud. My friends are very proud. When you are doing something good for the society, you gain respect. People see you with the respect and that makes you proud actually. So yes, obviously, when I am doing a thing which is impacting the society in a good way, and I'm making people do things जो कि society को impact कर रहा है. So there's a different level of respect you get, there's a different kind of energy you get, and the energy you create around you. So that is I believe is one of the reasons I am a proud daughter, I am a proud girl. I help hundreds of girls every day. I 100 ऐसी गर्ल्स को मैं डेली इंस्पायर करती हूँ जो 100 और को इंस्पायर करेंगी. वो कोटेशन है ना, ईच वन टीच वन. So that is a cycle which goes on, goes on, goes on. And yes, I am a proud girl, and all of us are very proud girls, and every day we make a proud girl. That is what I believe. Thank you.
Ritika ma'am, and what are the different ways through which students can help the society through NSS?
Okay, so basically, I would like first quote the very motto of NSS, which is "Not me, but you." So that clearly states that what all we are doing as an NSS volunteer, or I mean, as a person, I mean, what everything we are doing is not just for us; it's for the society only. So, as everybody knows, that NSS, like being a government organization, has the reputation of like inculcating the social service, the habit of social service among the youth throughout the country. I mean, from the time of school, I mean, when we are in school, though we don't have NSS, but nowadays I can like very clearly see that every school is trying their level best to have some sort of social service club, so that every student should have that instinct from within, from the very childhood, that they should not only be concerned about themselves but also about the society. I can quote it from my school only ki, there is this meal on the bus, which my school used to run. The buses that we use is used only during the morning hours and then the afternoon hours. During the hours that we are in the school, they are they are, I mean, just standing and not being used for any xyz reason. So what my school basically used to do is they'll some days carry packets of meals for the people in slum, and some days they used to have a library on wheels, wherein the books from our own library were being set up in a bus, and they were like carried forward to slums. In, I mean, I am my school is near to Shalimar Bagh, and if everybody, I mean, if somebody is from that area, he or she might be of an idea of the villages that we have adjacent to the city area. And it's sometimes, I mean, I feel so proud to be a student of that school. My school is Modern Public School Shalimar Bagh, that they even carry those science labs. I mean, how can one be so dedicated towards their job? They take up those science labs on the bus, and they would go in the slums, educate children about different things which are important. Anyways, I am like being off topic right now, not talking about my school, but as in my society. So being an NSS volunteer, it's not about being a volunteer of any other society. It's just, I mean, any person who is attached with NSS holds value. I mean, he or she holds a grade. So there are many ways through which a volunteer can help the society. So the first and I mean the basic of all can be like the students can encourage other students. Uh, I mean, there can nothing be better than this. So being a part of NSS, I mean, students can influence their friends and engage them in contributing to the well-being of the nation. Uh, we have an NSS society, and we have a restricted number of people because of the constraints we have. But yes, we do keep open drives wherein the volunteers can invite their friends from colleges, I mean, from the uh, different courses, different colleges, and be a part of the services that we are doing, the drives we are carrying forward. So, as the youth constitutes the largest population in India, and if the youths decide to change something for good, I mean, they can come together and do it. NSS gives them that opportunity to bring the change, to get into touch with people who have the same mind. I mean, people of same mind come together and they can, if they believe that they can do it, and if they, I mean, just like I don't remember the name. She said that she revived the society in her college. The society was like has taken the back seat during her tenure, and she was the one with her teacher who took up the initiative to bring that society. So I mean, every individual has the power to take up anything, and youth can, I mean, if they believe that they can do it, and if they have decided that they have to do it, they I mean, nobody can stop them. So NSS provides them the opportunity to spread awareness on, I mean, all the issues, be it health, be it environment issues, or helping the underprivileged by providing them education, by providing them things they need. Just now, like, though it's the end to my tenure and I'll be like out of NSS in a few days, but I mean, I am feeling sad about it, because I am still working on it, because NSS, working in NSS gives me so much of happiness and pleasure. So we are now currently getting in touch with so many organizations in India which are providing free pads to girls. So there are, I mean, quite a few organizations we have got in touch with. I mean, we did not even imagine that there are so many organizations which can help us take our movement forward. So I would say, like organizing health camps, cleanliness drives, donation, feeding drives, and basic activities like these are the basic activities that volunteers do, and they play an important role by doing this in the well-being of society and environment. And to all my dear friends here, I would like to invite, like, anybody who is near to our college, I mean, stays near to our college. We are having a free health camp for the students and the teachers. I mean, the non-teaching staff, the teaching staff, and the students on Monday and Tuesday. On Tuesday, and it's, I mean, free for everyone. So anybody near to my college is, I mean, most welcome to join in and get the test done. Okay, anyways, so I mean, since the government is also more concerned about the good upbringing of the youth, and who live apart, I mean, in the colleges where we study, there are more than 50% of the students who are living away from their families, and they are vulnerable to negativity. So, a government being, I mean, the societies and the government collectively being very uh, I would say active about this, that they should not get into anything negative, and because they would actually form the future for the country. So NSS provides a healthy environment where the students can join in. They'll like grow as a better human being with good qualities embedded in them. Apart from societal changes, NSS gives its volunteers opportunity to get hand-on experience of service and exposure to the nation. So it's like the holistic development of a student. I mean, I would say from personal to I mean, to all the levels that is possible. Everybody has that feeling of getting. I mean, everybody comes here with the motive of serving, and I mean, we say that we are here for the community service, but ultimately, when we look down back to the times when we joined and when we are moving out, there's completely different personality of ours, and I would say that's the positive change that brings in. So NSS, as if, I mean, if you don't guys don't know, the NSS unit of the country, I would say, or the state, organizes various camps, the national integration camps, and they are indeed, I would say, the best camps that could be organized, wherein the students are invited to different states. They go into that state particularly, and they study from A to Z. I mean, everything about that state, from culture, from tradition, to from food habits to living habits, to each and everything, they get an experience of. I mean, it's a 7 days camp, or sometimes it's 7 to 10 days camp, wherein a student gets to know about the particular state in depth. So I would say that's such a great initiative by NSS, that I mean, we are living in a country which is so diverse, and we actually learn from books and from Google and from, I mean, from reading sources कि हाँ ऐसा होता है इस state में इसमें ऐसा होता है. But when you go and you experience and you learn, that's a different learning. So I would say, I would say NSS plays a very important role in the life of students. for helping them and changing the society for a good.
Thank you so much, Yashika. So my next question is for Manasvi. Despite of having so much challenges, how do you feel that your society can help the youth and promote girls' education?
Thank you, Harjas, for this question. So, first of all, I would like to tell NCC is playing a very vital role, for women empowerment and for girls' education. We are having that leadership qualities and different qualities which I talked about, and also Muskan ma'am told about. We have that social and mental and physical fitness. We can face any situation. Like girls today are. They are empowering, and NCC is playing a very important role. I would like to tell you one situation which I faced in my camp. That was uh, we used to get up at 2 a.m. because we were practicing for Rajpath, and हमें राजपथ को मतलब वहाँ पे हमें प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए रात को 2 बजे जाना पड़ता था, बिकॉज सुबह अर्ली आवर्स में ही उसकी प्रैक्टिस होती थी. तो एनसीसी की वजह से एंड विद दैट कैंप जो हमें वहाँ पे प्रैक्टिसेस करवाई गई, उसकी वजह से जो पेशेंस लेवल मेरे अंदर आया, टाइम मैनेजमेंट जो मैंने सीखा, वो बहुत ही हेल्पफुल होता है किसी भी पर्सन की लाइफ में. एंड talking about its role in women empowerment and girls education, there are जैसे कि मैंने आपको statistics बताया, there are so many women in NCC, and they are actively participating in all the camps. Talking about any camp, and also there is shooting camp also. आजकल बोला भी जाता है कि हाँ, औरतें ये नहीं कर सकती, विमेन ये नहीं कर सकती, बट दे आर एक्सेलिंग इन एवरी फील्ड, बी इट स्पोर्ट्स, बी इट एजुकेशन, बी इट एनी फील्ड. तो एनसीसी तो इस चीज में करता ही है. और हाँ, जैसे कि मैंने आप लोग को बताया कि सिर्फ जो लोग आर्मी ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं या फिर सीडीएस या फिर किसी भी आर्मी बैकग्राउंड की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, ये उनके लिए ही हेल्पफुल नहीं है. इट इज हेल्पफुल फॉर ऑल द विमेन अराउंड वर्ल्ड, ऑल द विमेन अराउंड आवर कंट्री, बिकॉज जो हमारे अंदर इससे क्वालिटीज आती हैं, जो हम इनकलकेट करते हैं इससे, दैट इज हेल्पफुल इन एवरी फील्ड, एवरी फील्ड. तो ये तो इस चीज में हेल्पफुल करता ही है. एंड talking about my all the batchmates, and I guess the impact it has made on me and my batchmates, before joining NCC, मैंने अपने बैचमेट्स को भी देखा है. दे वर सो हेजिटेंट, दे वर सो दे वर हैविंग स्टेज फियर. उनको ये था कि हाँ, हम लोग स्टेज पे जाएंगे तो फिर जो होता है ना, शिवरिंग हो जाती है एंड नर्वसनेस हो जाती है, that is there. And but after you join NCC and after you face so many situations, you face so many there is not only physical activity, there are so many cultural program also. Singing का भी बहुत अच्छा होता है, cultural programs भी होते हैं. तो आप जब स्टेज पे जाते हो एंड यू रिप्रेजेंट योर सेल्फ, यू रिप्रेजेंट योर कंपनी, यू रिप्रेजेंट योर कॉलेज, दैट गिव्स यू सो मच एक्सपोजर. एंड इससे ऑटोमेटिकली विमेन एम्पावर हो रही है, ऑटोमेटिकली हो रहा है ये सब कुछ. तो यस, एनसीसी इज प्लेइंग अ वेरी गुड रोल इन दिस थिंग. एंड I would like to say that more and more women should join NCC, not only to join army background, but also for their own self, for their personality development in particular. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Manasvi. Aabha?
Okay, thank you, Manasvini. Now we have one member from our article writing. हमारे सरकारी स्कूल में गर्ल्स एजुकेशन और लीडरशिप पे हमने आर्टिकल कंपटीशन ऑर्गेनाइज करा था, जिसके टॉप 10 पार्टिसिपेंट में से हमारे पास एक पार्टिसिपेंट है. तो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट हर जस्ट टू कॉल हर.
So welcome Ruchi. We have Ruchi from West Bengal. She's from Mahadevi Birla World Academy. So she's currently studying commerce in Mahadevi Birla World Academy, and she likes to play tennis, golf, and reading books. We would like to have Ruchi over the stage. Ruchi, can you please share a few words?
Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was wonderful listening to all of y'all. I got to know so much about NSC, and I initially thought that NSC is only for the army related stuff, but there is so much of management and leadership skills that any women can, get through NSC. So I would like to thank Project Sahyog and Sarkari School for giving me this opportunity. So my research paper was based on providing a safe environment for girls. As Malala Yousafzai said, the thing that frightens the extremists the most is a girl with a book. So the education that a girl gets is so valuable that people are just fighting so much that women do not get educated so that they cannot come in a powerful position, and men can continue with the patriarchy. It is like often said that women are not good for leadership roles, but with NSC we can see that how women are breaking these stereotypes and coming up with so many good roles. We have so many good examples of women leading in management streams, and I would really thank all of the participants here for motivating me and inspiring me so much. Thank you so much.
Richa, I would like to request you to please keep your views about this event in Sarkari school.
I believe that these events help women to communicate with other women, and as I said, that women supporting women is one of the thing that we need in this generation. We have often seen how it is said that women don't like women; they like have some cat fights and just unnecessarily. Just show that women can't be friends, but over here we see so many women helping each other and providing support to each other. I didn't know so many things about NSC, but being here, listening to all these young women, I got to know so much about them, and I'm sure if I'll ask them, they'll readily help me in anything. So that is the point of these session. It is not just certificates or networking. It is much more than that. And I would again say it's a wonderful opportunity, and I would love that all my friends could also join over here, and I'll surely recommend this as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Richa, for such inspiring words, and thank you for this.
Okay, so I have last question for Madhulika ma'am. मैम जैसा कि हमें आपके इंट्रो से पता पड़ा कि आप कैरियर काउंसलिंग लेते हैं, स्टूडेंट के लिए काउंसलिंग भी करती हैं, तो आपको इसके लिए बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस की ज़रूरत पड़ती होगी. तो हाउ एनएसएस हैज़ हेल्प्ड यू टू डेवलप दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन यू? You are not audible, ma'am. Sorry. Harjas, is she audible to you?
No, ma'am, you're not audible.
Um,
Okay, till then we can work. So, my last question for all of you is your remarks on today's conference and this session, and about the organization, of course, as Sakai School is doing so much for girls' education. So, I would like to have a view from all of your side till ma'am get her connection in. Ma'am, you're not audible. Can you please rejoin till then they can answer the question? Thank you, ma'am. So, shall I repeat my question? Okay, so the question was your remarks on today's conference and this session, and about the organization Sarkari School. So, I would request everyone to say a few words about it.
So starting, so I would like to say that the conference was indeed, I would say, informative, and I feel the need of all such conferences because how I mean कितने भी लोगों को तुम educate कर लो it's still less. So spreading education has no leaps and bounds. So basically I mean I was so happy to be a part of this conference as had a word with Aabha too. that I have some things tied up for the weekend, and but I still want to be a part of it. So I asked her that if I could send anybody else on my behalf. But I would say I wasn't convinced that I should not attend this on the particular date and time, and I should miss it. So I free I mean I took out some time and rescheduled my already packed schedule so that I be here and share the words that I want to, and be a part of the conference, which I knew would have been so informative, and it actually is. It indeed is. So basically, I would say it was a very successful event for me, and I would say that more such conferences should be organized where these live sessions should be telecasted. I would say, or broadcasted, whatever is the correct word. And I mean, as many possible, as many I would say the people who lack education regarding this, be it the male section of the society, or I would say the even some. I mean, that's so embarrassing to say, but even some women folk of the society are still not very convinced with their own empowerment, and the ones who lack knowledge, be it men or be it women, should be tried to reach, and the all such things should be communicated to them so that one o- I mean, if not today, but some other day in future, they realize the I would say the power that the women section of the society holds, and I would say yes, it was a very good event, and I would like to thank sarkarischool.in for such an innovative idea and for having such a conference and having me on board also. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yashika. Ma'am, is your connection better now? Can you please say
Audible
again?
now?
Yes, ma'am, you
Yes, you
are.
are.
All right. Okay. So, precisely, like I mentioned initially that अभी जो मैं कर रही हूँ career wise वो exactly मैं सारा वो कर सकती हूँ NSS को. Why? Because during my school I was very shy and timid and nervous. I remember all the school life was completely like जो skills अब है वो बिल्कुल नहीं थी. तो एनएसएस ज्वाइन करने के बाद एक लीडरशिप स्किल जो हम बात करते हैं वो सीखने को और वो इम्प्लीमेंट करने को बहुत मिला. सो लीडरशिप स्किल्स के अंदर क्या क्या आता है, तो फॉर एग्जाम्पल कॉन्फिडेंस. सो बिकमिंग मोर कॉन्फिडेंट इन लाइफ इज नॉट जस्ट दैट यू बिकम मोर ईगोइस्टिक. ऐसा नहीं आपके अंदर अहंकार बढ़ता है, आप बस जो कहना चाहते हैं और करना चाहते हैं आप वो अपनी सेल्फ वर्थ से जोड़ के करते हैं कि yes, I want to do it and I can do it. So this attitude is very helpful when you come into NSS. Then learning about being empathetic. आजकल हम बहुत एक तरीके से ये जो संसार या वर्ल्ड हम क्रिएट कर रहे हैं बहुत मटीरियलिस्टिक है, जिसकी वजह से हम सब मतलबी हो जाते हैं अपनी चीजों को लेके. But we never realize the importance of sharing and giving. And this power of actually able to help someone and able to in a way even help yourself, it's not easy. So this feeling of being empathetic is something जो आप रोज सीखते हैं, एंड एनएसएस वो हेल्प करता है मुझे समझने में, और उसी ने आज मुझे लगता है मुझे वो सब कुछ वापस से समझाया जो बस हमारे थ्योरी में होता है. एनएसएस प्रैक्टिकल करना दिखाता है कि आप प्रैक्टिकली वो चीजें एक्सपेरिमेंट कर सकते हो. तो जब आप ऐसी स्किल सीखते हो तो आप अपनी वैल्यूज भी बिल्ड कर रहे होते हो, एंड लाइफ में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है अपने बिलीव्स पे काम करना. तो एनएसएस वो एक बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. सेकेंड, थर्डली एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव स्किल्स, जिसमें ऑर्गेनाइजिंग इवेंट्स, मैनेजिंग देम, मैनेजिंग द फाइनेंसेस, ये स्किल्स आपको एक्सपीरियंस से मिलती है और एनएसएस आपको वो देता है, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है. सो फॉर मी इट वाज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग इवेंट्स फ्रॉम लेवल 0 बिकॉज मेरा कोई सीनियर नहीं था, so I couldn't know what was happening. So we had to learn things from the different colleges, interacting, and eventually we could grow that society. So शुरुआत में सिर्फ 10 बच्चे भी इकट्ठे करना एक चैलेंज था, और अब इतना है कि हम I can say that our society is running well. So in just the period of 3 to 4 years, establishment of a good society, it's not easy. You cannot think about it, but still learning what you learn in life is important, because ये सारी societies आपको एक learning देती है. जैसे एनसीसी के लिए बाकी दोनों कैडेट्स ने कहा कि जरूरी नहीं आपको आर्मी में जाना है, बट यू आर लर्निंग लाइफ स्किल्स. तो जो हम सॉफ्ट स्किल्स के बारे में बात करते हैं जो करियर में बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, जैसे कि कॉन्फिडेंटली स्पीकिंग, राइटिंग, या फिर थिंकिंग, प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग एटीट्यूड, ये सारी सॉफ्ट स्किल्स आपको सिर्फ बुक से नहीं मिलती. सो उसको सीखने के लिए आपको ऐसी सोसाइटीज का पार्ट बनना पड़ता है. सो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन सिर्फ आज हेल्पफुल नहीं होता, आप जो आज इस सोसाइटी में सीखोगे वो आप अपने करियर में इम्प्लीमेंट कर पाते हो. सो फॉर मी इट वॉज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एनएसएस ने मुझे ये समझाया कि अगर मुझे कोई करियर डिसाइड करना है तो मेरे लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट होगा कि वो मेरे एथिक्स यानी जो मेरे बिलीव्स हैं, वैल्यूज हैं, उससे मिलते हो. आई कैन नॉट वर्क इन एन एनवायरमेंट विच काउंटर दोज. तो एनएसएस ने मुझे वो एक अपॉर्चुनिटी रियलाइज कराई वेयर आई कैन डू समथिंग फॉर द सोसाइटी. एंड इवेंचुअली मैंने एनएसएस की वजह से ही कुछ सोशल वर्क सेक्टर्स में जॉब भी करी. Then before shifting to career, so I was working in a hospital as a project management after NSS, because NSS promoted me, because the person was someone जो हमारे कॉलेज में आके कैंसर अवेयरनेस पे लेक्चर देते थे. सो ही वॉज इम्प्रेस्ड बाय माई वर्क, सो ही एक्चुअली गेव मी द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू वर्क विद हिम. सो करियर भी मेरा एनएसएस से इन अ वे, फाइनेंशियल जो हम कहते हैं ना इंडिपेंडेंस, भी कहीं ना कहीं एनएसएस से मिली. देन आई मूव फॉरवर्ड टू अनदर जॉब वेयर I was working with a senior citizen daycare center. So it is in Shadra, and I was working there for 3-4 months. And again, see, आपका एक इंटरेस्ट आपके लिए कितने करियर एवेन्यूज खोलता है. तो ये भी आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि ये सोसाइटी सिर्फ लाइटली मत ले. जैसे लोग कह रहे हैं यहाँ पे, जैसे बिल्कुल सब पॉइंट कर रहे हैं कि मिनट्स के लिए मत करें. इट इज ऑफ नो यूज, बिकॉज वो हो जाएगा. अगर आपका इंटरेस्ट है तो सारे मिनट, सारे सर्टिफिकेट सब फुलफिल हो जाएंगे. And trust me, people don't ask for certificate really. When you apply for a job, even in any industry, they look for experience and skills. So ये opportunity NSS से मिली मुझे. So जिसकी वजह से eventually I thought कि मैं अपना field of education which was philosophy और अपना interest of social work कैसे combine करूँ. तो मुझे वो opportunity मिली अपने counseling में, philosophical counseling, where I could integrate my interest with my subject. So NSS exactly has played that role for me. And इन सभी लड़कियों के लिए जो आप लोग भी अभी कॉलेज में है, एंड अभी आपके लिए लास्ट ईयर होने वाला है, एंड ऑल्सो एनीवन हु इज वाचिंग राइट नाउ, आप इन सोसाइटीज को जरूरी नहीं है सिर्फ कॉलेज तक लिमिटेड रखें. कई हद तक मैंने भी देखा है, मेरे जूनियर्स वो सिर्फ कॉलेज तक एनएसएस करते हैं, उसके बाद छूट जाता है. बट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द एसेंस. सोशल वर्क कभी रुक नहीं सकता. सोसाइटी के लिए कंट्रीब्यूशन कभी रुकना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि ये स्किल्स एक बार सीख ली, ऐसा नहीं होता कि बस सीख ली. यू हैव टू कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग एंड एंजॉयिंग दैट. सो इवन व्हेन यू फिनिश और व्हेन यू हैव कंप्लीटेड एनएसएस, ट्राई टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू द सोसाइटी इन पर्सन. कॉलेज से निकलने के बाद उस कॉन्फिडेंस को और यूज करें, और आपको पता है आप वो कर सकती हैं. ये शक्ति, दिस डेफिनेशन ऑफ पावर इज वेरी वेस्टर्न. इसका जो इंडियन एसेंस है उसको शक्ति कहते हैं. इफ यू नो द रियल मीनिंग ऑफ डेफिनेशन ऑफ शक्ति इज, इट इज अ फेमिनिन डिवाइन एनर्जी. इसका नेम ही शक्ति है. अभी जैसे एक हफ्ते से, अभी पिछले एक हफ्ते से हम एक रामनवमी का सेलिब्रेशन है आज. तो इन अ वे वी हैव in our most of the cultures which celebrates this festival, in a way we see that हाँ एक celebration है, एक remembrance है, but फिर उससे आगे क्या करते हैं? इस शक्ति को यूज करना है, इस पावर को यूज करना है to give it to the society, and you become more powerful. So that's my yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such useful words. So, my last question for each and everyone here. Please, I would like to ask how was the event today and your views on Sarkari school and this event happened today. So, I would like to have a few words from everyone.
So the whole conference was incredible and I learned a lot today. So the conclusion I can get is that हम सब एक कॉज के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, चाहे तरीके अलग हों, चाहे हमारे मेथड्स अलग हों, चाहे प्लेटफॉर्म्स अलग हों, लेकिन वी आर ऑल वर्किंग फॉर द same cause, and hopefully we'll all succeed in uh, different maybe time spans, but yes, we all are making a difference and we should be very proud of it. So I would be more than happy if this conference was offline. I think it would be better. So yes, thank you so much for the opportunity. It was lovely.
Thank you, Rakshita.
So much for this great initiative by you all people, all the volunteers, organizers, everyone from Sarkari schools, and your work is especially commendable because educating girls at a young age is very important, and वो opportunity शायद हम लोगों को college में समझ आई, मतलब majority of us, and वो आप अगर इस level पे schools तक पहुंचा रहे हैं, तो I can say कि उनके लिए बहुत easy होगा आगे ये सब practice करना. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Over to you, Abha.
Okay, so at last, I want to call Pratiksha for uh, thanking everyone who is included in this conference.
So I would request everyone to please stay here till the end. Thank you. Over to you, Pratiksha.
थैंक यू। तो मैं मेरा पार्ट स्टार्ट करने वाली थी गुड आफ्टरनून से, बट आई थिंक जो पैनल है हमारा, तो बेटर रहेगा अगर जय हिंद बोलूँ तो सबको। सो जय हिंद एवरीवन। It gives me immense pleasure to deliver vote of thanks to all dignitaries present here, who despite their busy schedules have found time to grace this event. Thank you, Ms. Yashika Garg, for your words of encouragement. I particularly like when you mentioned एनएसएस कैसे गर्ल्स एजुकेशन को सपोर्ट करता है, और आपने जो विमेन हेल्थ अवेयरनेस के लिए जो काम किया है, इट एक्चुअली मेक्स अस ऑल प्राउड. Moving forward, I would like to thank Miss Manasvini Bhatiya for her valuable time. Thanks for sharing your journey, Manasvini ma'am. आपने इम्पोर्टेंस बताया है डिसिप्लिन का एनसीसी में जो होता है, और मैं अभी भी नहीं समझ पा रही हूँ कि आप लोग ऐसे इतने फिजिकली फिट हो कैसे. मैं थोड़ा सा अगर आधा घंटा भी योगा कर लूँ तो मैं दिन भर थकी हुई रहती हूँ, मुझसे नहीं हो पाता. और आप लोगों ने सभी ने, और मैम आपने भी काफी इम्पोर्टेंस बताया है फिजिकली फिट होने का, ऑल्सो मेंटली फिट होने का, जो सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी होता है. सो थैंक यू. My heartfelt thanks to Miss Rakshita Singh. You shared with us your challenges, जो आप लोगों को challenges face करने होते हैं NSS में, आपकी जर्नी में, वो आपने शेयर किया. थैंक्स फॉर दैट. और पैंडेमिक में NSS का वर्किंग कैसा रहा, वो भी आपने हमारे साथ शेयर किया, उसके लिए भी थैंक यू. I would also like to thank Miss Muskan Parmar. You told us about NCC, your journey and your experiences in NCC. It literally gives me goosebumps जब आप बता रहे थे कि वर्दी जब पहनते हो, यूनिफॉर्म पहनते हो, तो कैसा प्राउड फील होता है. वो सुनकर ही इतना प्राउड फील हो रहा था, तो आपको क्या फील होता होगा. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर शेयरिंग. थैंक यू. इसके बाद आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक मिस मधुलिका शर्मा मैम. रियली इंस्पायर्ड बाय यू मैम, रियली इंस्पायर्ड बाय यू. आपने 2015 में एनएसएस में अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट किया था. आपने काफी काम किया है अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए एनएसएस के, और वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए भी आपका काम काफी अच्छा रहा है. सो थैंक्स फॉर शेयरिंग. मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक आवर पावर सोर्स Abhishek Ranjan sir, without whom this conference was impossible. I would also like to thank Ms. Prerna for her guidance and constant support to our teams who have worked till the last minute for making this conference successful. Most importantly, we all would like to thank the audience for their time and support. Thank you guys for bearing with us. And last but not the least, I am thanking our organizing team, anchors and volunteers for their contribution in this event. All of you worked so hard for this conference. I now announce this session to be over, and we will be starting another session